Filipino means to be patriotic because it is innate to us. That's why our heroes fight to get back to freedom for our country from conquerors, who was wanted to colonize the what we so-called perlas ng silangan before, that is now called the melting pot. As of now, the things that our ancestors fight before are now being neglected. Because we right now were like colonized by other country. Because of our lifestyle and on how we act is based to the other culture. Therefore, Filipino cultural values are now being forgotten as time passed by. So let's look back and know what Filipino cultural values are.
The Filipino value system or Filipino values refers to the set of values or the value system that the majority of the Filipino have historically held important in their lives. This Philippine value system includes their own unique assemblage of consistent ideologies, moral codes, ethical practices, etiquette, and cultural and personal values that are promoted by their society. Filipinos have many cultural values. Family-oriented. The basic and most important unit of a Filipino's life is the family. Unlike in Western countries, young Filipinos who turn 18 are not expected to move out of their parents' home. When the Filipinos' parents are old and cannot take care of themselves, they are cared for in their children's homes and are very rarely brought by their children to homes for the aged. Filipino puts a great emphasis on the value of family and being close to one's family members. Paggalang can also be shown toward your elders by kissing their hands before leaving, to say goodbye, and upon arrival, to greet them. The younger members of the family can show respect towards older siblings by calling them kuya or ate. Faith and religiosity. This is a reflection of the Filipinos' strong faith in God as seen in their various practices. This includes the numerous church holidays they observe, the customary Sunday Mass, the individual's basis of their moral standpoints, the influence of the church on the minds, actions, and opinions of the majority, importance of the sacraments, praying at almost any possible time of the day, and the extreme practices during Holy Week. Hospitality. Foreigners who come to visit the Philippines speak of Filipinos going out of their way to help them when lost, or the heartwarming generosity of a Filipino family hosting a visitor in their poverty-stricken home. Meanwhile, most foreigners who attend Filipino gatherings abroad testify to the warmth and friendliness of Filipinos as they experience that feeling of belongingness. Indeed, the legendary Filipino hospitality is not limited to the Philippines. It is everywhere wherever there are Filipinos.
So my name is Taylor, and I am from the United States, from Georgia. Yeah.
This is the question. As a foreigner staying here in the Philippines, what are those cultural values of Filipinos that you love the most?
Okay. Yeah, so I have been here for 4 months, in the Philippines, and I think one of my favorite cultural values that I really enjoy about the Philippines is just the Filipino hospitality and just the welcoming culture of the country and the people here, and I just feel very loved, cared for, and welcomed here.
Of the Filipinos, what are those cultural values we have that you know?
One of the cultural values I appreciate most as a Filipino ay yung being hospitable. Like for example, I was in some places from Mindanao, nagpunta po ako ng Visayas, and now here in Luzon areas, Manila, nakikita ko po yung mga taong pupuntahan ko, yung mga kahit iba-ibang tribo, like for example, may mga Bicolano, may mga Ilocano. Actually, I am a Bisaya, but as far na sa mga lugar na puntahan ko, hindi ko nawala sa kabalian ng Pilipino yung being hospitable. Na welcome ka palagi sa kanilang bahay, kung ano man lang meron sila, yun po, sinishare nila sa atin, sa akin. Kahit saan po ako nagpunta, yung mga bahay na napuntahan ko, kahit hindi lang ako kilala or first time na nagpunta sa kanila, at least wini-welcome ka pa rin. Kung anong meron sila, sinishare nila. Pagkatapos kung anong may tutulong nila, sa abot na kailangan makakaya, ayun po, tumutulong din po sila. Kahit low level people lang po sila, anong mga average lang, hindi naman ganong mayaman, hindi mahirap, kahit minsan walang wala, pero ayun po, kaya pa rin nilang tumulong sa ibang tao. Kaya po gusto ko yung pabalian na ganun. Sana po ay hindi mawawala sa atin Pilipino. Mawala man yung ibang cultural values kasi nga modern times na ngayon. But I hope na yung being hospitable ay nasa puso pa rin natin bilang Pilipino.
And as time goes by, Filipino cultural values undergoes many changes. Most of the Filipino nowadays are way back more liberate and independent among themselves than before. All of them are loaded up of technologies that changed the way of life for the modern people and made everything a fast track. Furthermore, many Filipinos nowadays have forgotten the values of a true Filipino, like the use of the words po and opo. Even the honesty is gone, and a very few of them still remain that value. Many of them find the Filipino culture as boring, nonsense, old-fashioned, and so much like Maria Clara. Many of them would turn to imported goods instead of their native products. Some are also addicted with much foreign music like K-pop and J-pop than Filipino songs.
As a millennial, what are those Filipino cultural values that you've seen nowadays?
Actually, same pa rin naman yung mga po at opo, ginagamit pa rin siya. Kasi nga lang may mga pagkakataon na hindi ko na nakikita yung pagmamano sa ating mga lolo't lola. But I think sa province, meron pa rin naman. But dito sa Manila, parang wala na ako masyado nakikita. And siguro mas maganda na as a millennial, maging good example tayo sa mga young people nowadays na hindi lang nasa pa-cute or social media, but dapat wag mawala yung values na meron tayo before. And at the same time, yung mga tinuturo sa atin ng ating parents, hindi siya mawala. At maging good example tayo sa mga kapwa natin na millennials na may paggalang pa rin at pagrespeto at pagpapahalaga sa kultura na meron tayo.
Many children today do not even know how to play those games because of the penetration of high-tech consoles like PlayStation Portable, PlayStation, and computers. Many people nowadays are fond on going to parties or concerts but often to go to church. Most of teens don't have respect to their parents, and most of us don't know how to say simply thank you when someone did good to us or say sorry when we did something wrong. Another change in our culture is the way how a boy courted a girl. Before, if the boy wants a girl, he courted it by singing a song in front of their house, give love letters, and doing household chores. But now, the way to court a girl is through chats using Facebook and other social media accounts. Moreover, the spirit of bayanihan is also gone, and we can just seldom see those things. They have forgotten the value of helping one another and just go in separate ways. They are just ignoring people who really need help. We can seldom see or hear that there are still some preserves that the value of a Filipino.
Do you think there is change in the Filipino cultural values before compared to the Filipino cultural values today? What are those and why?
Definitely, I think that there are differences in terms of communication. I think that before, Filipinos and also other people from other places put a huge emphasis on presence, physical presence, or making their presence felt. So through letters or postcards and all of those things. And I think that those kinds of mementos or that kind of quality time is now different because we have access to things like messenger, technology, and all of those things. And though it has been made a lot easier to communicate with people, I think the quality of our interactions and yung communication natin with other individuals is not really as good, or maybe not as comparable to communication before. Because when you were with someone in a room, they would dedicate their whole time to you. Or if you say that you will meet up at a certain place at a certain time, you have to be there by then. And now people can just send you a message na malilate sila and the like. And so I think that the quality of your interactions as well is supremely different.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
In addition, many of them are fond of modern gaming consoles and left what we call as Filipino games. Dying in ailing and barely make a comeback to the Filipino children. The playing of those games like Patintero, Tumbang Preso, and Pico is barely seen, and it's just played sometimes as a part of their PE in such schools and universities like the University of the Philippines. In this generation, Filipino culture undergoes many changes. Each day we learn a lot, and those things that we learn, we apply it in our daily living. So as our culture changing year by year, decades by decades. Maybe today we have new culture, but tomorrow is another culture. But hope that we should not forget our own culture and our own practices, and hope that the culture today will still the culture for the next generation. Technology is not that bad. Just don't overuse it and use it properly. This documentary research about Filipino cultural values in the Philippines. We go to places where we conduct a survey. We ask students, residents, police, and foreigners about our topic. We ask them what are those cultural values that they know. What are those cultural values that they see in the past years up to now? Their favorite cultural values and the changes in the cultural values that they see. This documentary shows Filipino cultural values and the opinions of people as of Filipino and foreign people.